Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I had you minimize them because I didn't realize you come back from the kitchen, Ollie. Oh, download the software, the
But
Logi
the,
software, turn off autofocus, and you're
I've
fine.
got it. I've run over my wire. What a start.
Oh,
Ow, I've run on my finger. Oh,
fucking hell. The
here we go.
Alien Addicts implosion was an inside job.
How are we doing, mate?
I'm good,
We've been kind of, it's planning the wrong word.
man.
It's planning the wrong word with planning this show. Because
Sorry,
we've
buddy?
planning.
Yeah.
Is that the wrong word to use for the 9/11 special?
We've conspired to
That's it.
the
Yeah.
9/11 special. Yeah. Who knows how special it's going to be? We'll have to wait and see.
I think it's going to be special. We're doing it on the day. We said we'd do more like that. And I think next week we're going to cover the Mexican UFO hearing because let's face it, every fucking UFO channel is probably going to do that.
Next week we also
this week, should I say? This week, not next week. This week, sorry.
Yeah, obviously this is the Rokfin show for this week as well. And next week we have Avery on from Chiller Queen podcast to come and talk to us about loads of crazy stuff. If you haven't checked her podcast out already, go and do it. It's all the podcast places. She is awesome.
Looking forward to that.
I'm very much looking forward to it. It's going to be a good show. Like I said, it's one of those funny things. I know people have it with me sometimes when they talk to me about when they talk to me after they've been watching the podcast, after they've been listening to a podcast or watching Alien Addict for a while, and it's one of those things where you feel like you know people before you've actually met them, because like I've listened to her for hours. So it's a weird thing. I think
We're going to be a bit Is the word star?
No, not starstruck. I just feel like I already know her before she's come on.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I've had that feeling a few times when you watch somebody and then you finally manage to get them on, and it's like, I feel like I know your next move.
Yeah, it was when I had the guy from
the Conspiracy Radio show.
Yeah, what's his show called? God, my mind's gone blank. But yeah, I've because I listened to him. The Infinite Fringe.
About the Infinite Fringe on Alien Addicts. Is that right?
Yeah. I'm gonna. Every year he does the. In fact, right now, because he lives in New York, he will be at the 9/11 Truthers. You know, they do a visual thing, don't they, every year? Like for the like whatever it is, I can't remember what it's called. He does that every year with a few other people. So that's why I didn't even bother getting in touch with him. But as soon as, like, for want of better words, as soon as the dust settles, I will
like it.
I will get to him.
So speaking of dust settling, I think Rokfin's kind of like starting to settle into into a nice steady flow of regulars, which is great.
Yeah.
This is a pre-show, people. When we do this, it's normally a Thursday, but what you're watching now, if you're watching this after, go click the link, because me and Lee are just going to rant for about literally 20 minutes left now until we start the live show. Yeah. It is in the description, and it's going to be the 9/11 special on Rokfin. Just look for the same thumbnail that we've used for this because we're very lazy. But yes, there we go. That's the one. Check that out. That is in the description, people. And Lee's probably going to spam the chat with it.
I'm literally just bringing it up now as we speak.
And we've got guests. It's probably going to be a packed house tonight. I think there's about 5 of us.
Yeah, so, it'll be the busiest Rokfin show we've ever had, because I try and keep the Rokfin under an iron fist most of the time.
Yeah, you're not trigger happy like me.
I'm not trigger happy on the invites. I don't like people, really. So, you know.
We like these people.
I mean, I don't hate them.
Yeah, we just tolerate. Yeah, you're right.
That's the best you're going to get.
Um,
We are currently sat as well at 348 followers on Rokfin, which pretty happy about.
if we can get that to 370 by tomorrow, I think that's a good goal.
By the end of the week, I think it's a good goal for that.
No, let's go tonight. People, go to Rokfin, hit the like, and all that jazz. And do they subscribe to Rokfin? Is that what they do?
You follow. That's
Follow.
what a subscriber is. Yeah. And obviously the thing to point out too is, although we would very much like you to subscribe to Rokfin and do the whole pay-in thing, our content at the minute is free on Rokfin. That doesn't mean to say in the future, if people
want exclusive content.
Yeah, if people want exclusive content, that it isn't going to come. The
people are asking for exclusive stuff, like, and we are going to do stuff for the YouTube channel members, for the Patreons. We're working on a Discord, people. We're just trying to iron out some things because we want it to be quite exciting. All about conspiracies and stuff like that, and people can bring in their different views. That is going to be for you guys that do support the channel. So yeah, that's coming.
Yeah. Stephen Garner has asked, if you don't like people, why do you podcast? And it's because that means I have a larger net to make people miserable.
Yeah. I don't think there's nothing wrong with not liking human beings, you know.
I'm joking. I'm a full-on humanist. I love people. I love talking. I was being a facetious bastard.
That's why I love you.
At least I think I was. I should probably do a little checkup and make sure I haven't used that word wrong.
Facetious. I think you did.
Yeah.
I think you used it right.
I think it's fine. I shouldn't have said that. I should have just carried on with complete
hate for humans,
conviction. Just conviction in my own linguistic skills, and because 9 times out of 10, if you lie confidently, most people will believe you.
That is true.
And
that's happened a lot in history.
Yes, it's happened a lot on YouTube.
Which, speaking of which, it's probably going to be a lot about tonight's show.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to tomorrow listening to that David Grush interview. I know it's not on top of what we're talking about, but someone asked in the chat.
We're probably going to talk about that on the weekend, though. I would have thought that'll come up either on Friday or Sunday.
I think so. Friday, I'm probably not going to be able to make again, but
that's fine. I'll make it. I'll be here.
I know. I'm just telling you. I think it's date night Friday. But I very much look forward to listening to it. The David Grush things, I'm finding that so interesting. I don't know what's
fascinating.
Yeah.
No matter what anybody said, it's absolutely fascinating. That.
Well, this is the funny thing. Like everyone keeps the usual heads, ufology heads, just constantly keep coming out and shitting all over it. And I saw Lou Reviews basically put a post up this afternoon saying if you've got to suffer, we'll suffer with you and we'll watch it. Stephen Cambion was not particularly kind about Mr. Grush. I don't know what Rich is saying or any of the other heads, but that's just what I've seen.
I think Rich is on the same train, to be honest with you.
As them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what train I fall in with Grush. You know, for all we know, I'll tell you which train I do fall in. By the way, it is going to be 9/11 show, people. Don't worry, this is just being Lee's little pre-run. It's in the description. We go live in about 15 minutes on Rokfin 9/11. But the Grush thing, I look at that.
Why didn't we set the Rokfin show for 11 minutes past 9?
Oh my God, that's genius. Because there's no way you could start at that time on Rokfin. We've established that, Lee.
No, but it could have been booked in for that.
It is. It's booked in for 9 o'clock, which means we'll start at about 11 minutes past 9. Because we're always late. fashionably late.
Yeah,
The Grush thing, this is where I fall. If he's lying, he doesn't know he's lying, if that makes sense.
I agree. Yeah.
I believe he believes what he's heard. I don't think I don't think he's in on it. I think someone
Actually, I don't know. I don't know what to agree with. I don't think anything, to be honest. I don't know.
see I tend to go more, probably like you actually, more conspiracy with all of this. Whereas Cambion, Lou, I think Rich as well, from what I've seen, they go after, it's all one big grift to get
But
money. Whereas
where's the money and who's making the money?
I mean,
That's what
there is
I'm
money to be
confused about.
had.
Who? But who's made? Because we got that the other day from John Stewart when he came on the podcast. They were saying, "Oh, he's grifted." What? Where's the grift? He didn't sell anything when he came on the podcast.
They
He
didn't
didn't
even
have
give
a.
us any
He
links.
didn't. He didn't have a book. He didn't have like a trailer for the documentary he's making. He just came on and talked a lot, but he just
We
talked.
we asked him for the links.
Don't
He
get me
didn't
wrong.
give us
I
any.
fucking thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's like someone actually pointed out how much he spoke. I said, my motherfucker, having done interviews with people that won't speak, it is much easier to interview somebody that wants to speak. But
And that's one of the things with this channel. You're gonna get in the future a lot of interviews. We've been chatting, we've been reaching out recently.
I'd like to cast a wider net as well, a wider net
Yeah.
than the people like that you used to seeing on YouTube, like sort of like the mid level YouTube channels, like we are, because we're not up there with the sort of 30s and 40K subscribers. You're getting the
Not yet.
like no, not yet. But I'm just saying, like but I'd still like I wanted to cast a wider net than what the people that you're just used to seeing all the time. It'd be nice to bring something new to the table.
Absolutely, I'm all about that. But yeah, the whole the UFO thing, I think it's going to be interesting when you see what's going to come out of Mexico. Are they going to probably rehash a lot of stuff that we've already heard? More than likely, but I feel like we may get something new that will give us content, and that's all we care about.
Absolutely. I don't know anything about the Mexico thing. I'll be dead honest. No idea.
It's literally just basically what we've just had with Grush, Fravor, and Graves, but
so they're doing the
version. I don't know who's gonna be kind of like the Corbell and Nap there behind it all. I think it could be Jaime Musa.
Yeah, probably.
I think I'm not 100% on that one.
There's a guy I don't trust.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that either. He's shown a lot of things that are questionable in the past.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes of it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get the absolute smoking gun. Who knows?
Maybe. I do find it funny how it's only, I mean, Mexico getting involved is now slightly different, but it's still like the Americas and like adjoining countries.
I
Europe,
want South America to get involved. Is that like Peru and that?
yeah, but like Europe doesn't seem interested. The UK is, I'd say, slightly more interested than Europe.
Do you mean the people, or do you mean like you don't hear about in politics?
You do in the news though.
We have heard recently on the
and
there
was something the other day. I can't remember who it was. There was a politician talk about it the other day. I can't remember who it was, but so yeah, only slightly more than the rest of Europe, but Europe doesn't seem engaged with it. Russia doesn't seem engaged with it. China doesn't seem engaged with it. India doesn't seem engaged.
Right.
So this is a very Western centric phenomena that's going on, which, I mean, that kind of leads itself to being bullshit, doesn't it?
Mm.
Because this isn't. This should be a. This shouldn't be like divided by borders. A subject like this,
Mhm.
if it's
I agree.
there, yeah.
It's there.
And I think Dave had a really good point on last night's podcast when he talked about the sort of certain leaked emails that came from high level politicians that you may or may not have stopped certain ladies getting in the White House. By ladies, I mean like Satan's spawn. And he pointed
So
out
that's why that video's got a warning sign underneath it.
what.
Last night's show.
What you mean warning on? Is it demonetized?
It's ad suitability.
Oh no, I don't think there's
Some of
anything.
that stuff is being made over 18s now as well. Like,
Has it?
yeah.
Well, it's the net's closing in, but the no, there was no. It was all. I think it was all fairly YouTube friendly. To be perfectly honest, I dropped the cunt.
You just did then as well.
Yeah, but this is just damn it. Um, but sorry, as Dave was pointed out, when you the emails that we've been privy to that have been leaked out, they're not talking about like little green men. They're not talking about flying saucers and stuff like that. They're very much talking about like deep occult practices.
Yeah.
So, I mean, make of that what you will, but whatever it is, if the government tell me it's an alien, I'm gonna think it's probably close. It's more likely being a duck. That's the thing.
Maybe they are getting us ready for the real truth. And that's when they're going to start getting all biblical on us asses, Then times do start to get scary.
I don't know. I really don't. Well, no matter what it is, right? No matter what it is, this should be the take home for everybody. And this is the thing. I'm not pissing all over it because all I'm saying is I don't take what is being said to us as face value, whereas like the Lous and the Cambians are essentially saying it's all bullshit. It's clearly not bullshit. Do you know what I mean? It's at least something. Whereas some of the
You mean something more than just a grift?
yeah, it's at least something. That's something, and even if what we're being told is a complete misdirection, it's not nothing.
Could it be that that's something? There's people that they know it's something, but then they can grift off the something to a certain extent because
I don't
they are
think
making money off it.
Who? Where?
Well, like the Corbell, come on, Corbell and Napster, they're making money off it.
Okay, that's fine.
That's not me saying that I do not believe that they
but
don't
they're
believe
just content.
what they're saying.
But they're just content creators.
Yeah, and like you, I also believe that
So it's
that Corbell is genuinely passionate about it.
But they don't matter. If they're trying to make money, it really doesn't matter because they are the most like they're the bottom end of the chain of this. Essentially, they're just there distributing out what comes along. It's the people above them. So when people call like Grush a grifter or Fraber a grifter, how? Most of these people are really wealthy.
Mm-hmm. So I'm more at I come to the conclusion that these people have been used. They're a useful idiot, but they don't actually know that being used.
But who's the useful idiot?
All of them, even us. Everyone's a useful idiot in this field because we're talking about it.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, you can do that, but I
Do you know what I mean?
I don't think you can put people like Grush and Fraber in that category.
Why not? Grush got told a load of things. He hasn't seen anything.
Fraber said he chased one in a fucking jet.
Yes, he did, and also we may speak about that tonight
Yeah.
on the 9/11.
Grush, I don't think Grush has just been told stuff and he's taken that on face value and gone to Congress with it.
I believe Fravor chased something 100%. I don't believe that man's a liar when it comes to that.
I really don't know.
I believe that Grush believes exactly what he's being told.
I don't know how you believe that.
Because I believe that more than I believe that he's doing it just to make some money. That doesn't make sense.
No, he's definitely not doing it to make money. I think he might be ordered to do this.
Okay, yeah, but then you could still he could still believe what he's saying because he believes that that's the mission. So whether he's lying or not, that's the mission. So he believes in it.
I still go back to the thing that whistleblowing doesn't work out for people. All these things, like whistleblower protections, have been in place for years. You know, I know there's this new like whistleblower protection for UFOs, but and that's quite a modern phenomenon. But like, there's been supposed programs where people can come forward as whistleblowers for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, those people that try and come forward as whistleblowers end up dead. Now, the idea that you are coming out to talk about advanced craft that are being back engineered, and it's not like they're just trying to work out what it is. They would be being back engineered for a military purpose. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that goes on here is has massive implications on national security. You don't just get to walk out and go on a podcast and tell people about these things.
When you put it like that,
it's wild to think that he got told stuff from people and then took it to, I think, the New York Times turned the story down, didn't they? I believe first.
Yeah.
And that's how News Nation picked up. I don't believe that. Like the idea that News Nation has just erupted as this like beacon of ufology is weird. And
they should change the name to Alien Nation.
They should change the name to Alien Nation. If right, nobody trusts CNN anymore. Nobody trusts Fox News. Nobody trusts NBC. Nobody trusts the BBC. I'm not just picking on America. Nobody trusts Sky News. Like the days of blindly trusting the legacy media are dead as a donut. So what would you do if you would usurp that? And you were if you wanted to infiltrate and put news out in a different way, you would go to a platform which is not well known, which you can essentially kind of like. To me, News Nation is a digital platform. I don't even know if they've got a network television channel in the US or anything like that. I had no idea who they were until the Dave Grush interview.
Speaking of going to a platform that you can do anything on,
yeah, we're pretty close.
It's showtime. Let's move over. So we're going to go over to Rokfin now, people.
Yeah.
The link is going to be it is in the chat now, but we'll whack it in the chat again. If you are watching the after show now and you can't see the chat, it is in the description. So tonight
26
is
there. I want to see 26 over waiting for us.
We had 33 in a minute ago. That's because they're all going over there now. There we go. Either that we've put them off. That's the show tonight, people. Be there or be yeah. What are 28 if you're still doing here? Go to Rokfin.
That's more. That's more than that we hear before. To
Yeah.
Rokfin with you scamps.
Link is in the description. It's in the
How
chat.
young was Keanu Reeves then?
Beautiful man.
Weird.